And in a grim assessment, the chairman of the committee, Republican John Warner, suggested the time is very short before a change in U.S. policy must occur. The problem, Warner and others on the committee explained, is that the new government of Prime Minister Maliki in Iraq seems not to be capable, or show the will to be capable, of getting hold of the security problem. Here's part of what Warner said.
I assure you, in 2 or 3 months, if this thing hasn't come to fruition, and if this level of violence is not under control and this government able to function, I think it's a responsibility of our government internally to determine, is there a change of course that we should take? And I wouldn't take off the table any option at this time.
Well, joining us now from Capitol Hill is Liz Marlantes, who covers the Congress for us. Liz, that's a remarkable statement from a man who up to now has been a steadfast supporter of the Bush policy.
It is a remarkable statement, and frankly, Sam, I think that on any other day, if the media had not been so consumed with this Mark Foley scandal as we have been for the past week or so, Warner's comments would have made really big news. It would have been a very big deal up here. Democrats already today are drawing attention to Warner's remarks and trying to capitalize on them. They're pointing out that Warner actually used what has become really a Democratic phrase. He used the phrase change of course, which, as you know, Democrats have been calling for some time now in Iraq. And so really quite a significant statement from the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, who, as you say, has been very loyal to the Bush administration.
Well, I know John Warner. I've covered him as a reporter for many, many years, and he is not given to popping off. Some members of Congress are. So I must conclude, Liz, that he knew exactly what he was saying and meant to say it in a very deliberate fashion.
Yeah, I think there's no question about that. I mean, and if you look at the entirety of his remarks, you know, he wasn't entirely negative. He did, you know, say that he didn't think that there should be a drawdown of troops now, and he said it would be a disaster if we left and Iraq just descended into civil war. But yes, a very bleak assessment. And he said, you know, he opened up by saying that he'd had 8 previous trips to Iraq and that this was by far the worst he's seen in all the times that he's been over there, that he was not able to travel to areas where previously he had been able to travel to, that parts of the country are still not getting basic services, water, food, that sort of thing. He was incredibly grim in describing what he actually saw over there, and clearly it made a big impression on him.